Hey everybody, it's Trey, and today I'm here to talk to you about impulse responses. I know a lot of you are just fans of my content, and if that's you, that's fine. I've still got something for you later in the video. I'll include a timestamp so that you can get to it. But for those of you who are musicians or producers or do recordings in general and like to mess around with cool stuff inside an audio workstation, let's talk about impulse responses. So I'm not going to bore you with an explanation of what impulse responses are, but just know that you can use them to simulate rooms, cabinets, speakers. They're really useful for a production environment. I'm here on behalf of Joey Sturgis Tones to talk to you about the Conquer All version 5 impulse response pack. Let me talk to you a little bit about these cabs. All the cabs in this pack are run through a Marshall 30th Anniversary 6100 head and a PV 6505. We've got some pretty big variations on the cabs this time around. We've got a Bogner 412 SL with Celestian greenback and vintage 30 speakers. We've got a Marshall 1960 B cab with Celestian creamback H and vintage 30 speakers. And finally, we've got a Marshall 1960 A cab with Celestian G12 T75 speakers. They're recorded with the usual suspects and a couple standouts as far as microphones go, but there's no way that I am going to remember that list off the top of my head, so I'll probably just list it like near my head somewhere so that you can come back to it. And for the last little bit of variation with your microphones, it uses an API A2D mic preamp and a G2Q hot rodded 1073 from Aurora Audio. All the guitars on this recording were run through my quad Cortex, where I loaded the impulse responses into the cab slot using the Wave version of the impulse responses. However, if you have an Axe-Fx or a Kemper, you'll be pleased to know the Conquer All 5-pack does include Axe-Fx and Kemper version. As for which impulses I used in my recording, I went with the Bogner 412 SL with the vintage 30s, using the 6505 amp and the GTQ preamp. As for which mics I used, I went with the 57 on and the 57 off, because sometimes you just can't beat the classics. If you've been with me in this channel for a long time, then you'll actually know that one of my first videos was another demo for the Conquer All Impulse Response Pack versions 3 and 4. The song I covered at the time was Lil Uzi Vert's You Was Right, and I feel like this time it's probably still fitting that I do something original, but still kind of marrying hip-hop and metal, which are two of my favorite music genres. Big thank you to Joey Sturgis Tones for always giving me tools with which to make really cool content for you guys to watch. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.